I can start my talk.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Creative's Weekend Talk, episode 184. I am your host, Akhil, and it's a pleasure to have you all with us today. In Creative, our vision is to promote constructive thinking across various domains. We focus on non textual, non academics, and non syllabus concepts, creating a space for insightful exploration and meaningful conversation beyond the classroom. Today's topic, everybody wins when startup wins, takes us to the fascinating world of entrepreneurship. We will explore various topics related to the startup and entrepreneurship. We are delighted to welcome our today's speaker, Mr. Akshay Mashelkar, Head Center of Creative Learning and Entrepreneurship, NCET, founder and CEO, Experimind Labs Private Limited. As always, we stream our session on YouTube channel Creative GBD. So feel free to revisit the talk or share it with others who may find it through provoking. We organize Creative Weekend talks every Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. on Zoom. Now I would like to welcome Creative's volunteer, Mr. Ganesh, to address today's speaker.
Thank you again. Good afternoon. It gives me an immense pleasure to be Mashelkar, a passionate science educator, innovator, and entrepreneur with a strong academic background in physics and a deep communicate to making science joyful and accessible. He has spent over a decade working as a rural science communicator. He is a founder of Basics and CEO of Experiment Labs Private Limited, Games and Technology. His innovations like the Siksha teaching robots and geomagic geometry kit have made significant impacts in educational outreach. His work has earned him a national recognition, including supportive from SISF, and K Elevate 2023 award. Currently, he has served as a director at FabLab AIC Nite and head of the Center for Creative Learning and Entrepreneurship at NTET. Please join me in warmly welcoming Mr. Akshay Mashelkar, sir, and it's a pleasure to welcome you, sir. And over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ganesh. Can you please allow me to share the screen?
Akhil,
Sir, it's the sir, your screen.
ಓಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಚಾಟ್ ವೆದರ್ ದ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
So now we are in Jyoti. You are audible.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಅಖಿಲ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. share my screen.
Sir, please unmute yourself, sir.
ಈಗ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's audible.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity to present my idea in front of you all. Let me introduce myself. I am Akshay Mashelkar. I have done my master's in physics. I am also specialized in electronics. Currently, I am pursuing my PhD at RV University, Bangalore. Basically, I am a physics lecturer turned into a full-time entrepreneur. So today's topic is when a startup wins, everybody wins. So it is going to be divided into four major parts. The first one is my journey towards entrepreneurship. And next part is about our product. I'll be explaining about my concept, innovation, and product. And next part is like meaning of the statement. That is, everybody wins when the startup wins. And the last part is going to be a question and answer session. Okay, so my journey towards entrepreneurship. As I already mentioned, I was a physics lecturer before. After finishing my master's, I started with teaching. I was a passionate educator. I really loved, physics and even teaching as well. When I joined as a lecturer in physics, maybe in 2017, I faced, some of the challenges when it comes to teaching and learning methodologies. So when it comes to this new generation students, they are really good at understanding the things, maybe in theoretical stuffs, maybe in derivation, solving problems, etc. But when it comes to the practical physics or maybe practical mathematics, they really used to struggle. Say, for example, in laboratory, we had an experiment called screw gauge, where they have to find the diameter of a wire. So generally, what I observed is out of 70 students in a classroom, at least 40 students used to do mistake with the mathematics by getting confused with, micro is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 or 10 to the power 3. They had a great confusion between these two. Because of this error, most of the students used to come with the answer that diameter of a thin wire is found to be 5000 meter. The moral of the story is, for a student who is studying in a PUC, he could not be able to gauge that tiny thin wire cannot be 5000 meter, cannot have 5000 meters of diameter. So this problem persisted even after 2 to 3 years. So I observed that even this kind of a situation is common in engineering where students can solve the Fourier transform or maybe second order differential equation, but meanwhile they struggle to do a very minute circuits like using breadboard or maybe using Arduino. They really struggle with practical electronics. So that is why I always wanted to do something that can help students to learn hands-on activity and practical electronics, maybe practical physics. So what I did is slowly, maybe around 2019, I changed my teaching style and I adopted lot of practical methodology, maybe showing some demonstration or maybe doing some activity in the classroom. So I started changing my teaching methodology in the classroom, and I really received a great response from the students. Even a teaching and learning methodology has been significantly increased in the classroom. So, but unfortunately, during 2020 or maybe at the starting of 2021, COVID hit. After that, suddenly, we all have had a vacation because colleges were, shut down. So at that time, I think probably I got a lot of free time. I took it as a challenge, and COVID turned out positive for me because I got lot of free time. So I wanted to start with something as a hobby. I started with a project called building a robot. Okay, this is an interesting story where during the COVID, I started building a interactive robo which can teach LKG, UKG up to fourth standard students. So this was specifically designed for lower level schools where it is specifically designed for teaching tables or maybe basic English, or maybe say synonyms or like whatever that comes in maybe early age education. So I will just go through a small video so that you can understand what it is. See, after I developed this humanoid robot in maybe 2021 end or maybe 2022 beginning, this got really good amount of limelight, and also very good recognition we received. A lot of people visited our place, maybe even including media or maybe some HNIs. A lot of teachers visited my place, and this really got a very good recognition. So the first question, why such initiative is needed in education? ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ಈ ತರದ ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸ ರೀತಿಯ ಮಾದರಿಗಳು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? The first reason is, say if you consider any classroom, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 20 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತೋ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅದೇ ತರ ಇದೆ. ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಸಚ್ ಇನೋವೇಷನ್. Say for example, if you consider a mobile phone which is say considered during 1990s mobile phone and today's mobile phone, like when it comes to technology, there is a drastic change. But when it comes to the classroom, ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ 20 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇರೋ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತಿರೋ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸಗಳಿಲ್ಲ. So when it comes to the education inside the classroom, there are two major parts. The first one is, say, teacher, and second one is listener, that is students. So teacher will be sharing the knowledge to the students in the classroom. This is the general scenario. But the mode through which teacher can convince the same knowledge to the student can be different. That is the main funda here. Okay, so there are two major criteria which I try to follow. First one is technology integration in the education, and second one is art integration in the education. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ನೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕುತೂಹಲ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯವಾಗುವಂತೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದಾ? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಎನಿ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಎಂಗೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್? ಆ ಒಂದು ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದಂತಹ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಒಂದು ಹಾಬಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದು ಕೂಡ 2021 ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆಸ್ ಐ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್, ಅದು ಬಹಳನೇ ದೂರದವರೆಗೆ, ಇವನ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಯ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆಸರು ತಂದ್ಕೊಡ್ತು. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ತರ 2023 ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುನಃ ಏನು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುನಃ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾಯಿತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಆಸ್ ಅ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದೆ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಡೌನ್ and we started our regular schedule. But something from inside was always haunting me that I have to start something in practical education, because this Shiksha has given me very good leverage, very good mileage, because of which I slowly started thinking of starting something of my own, or maybe starting developing some product or something like that. So during 2023 I started my own educational research center in the name of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, and I also called some of my friends who are interested in the same domain, and we built a team. Okay, so after that my dream of starting a startup as slowly adra kadege nanu ಒಲವು ಹರಿಸಿದೆ. That is how I started a concept of experiment labs. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಹೇಳೋದು 2023 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಶಿಕ್ಷಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟೆಡ್ ಆನ್ 2023 June. It has been registered under Startup Karnataka and also Startup India. So today I want to introduce my product. Okay, so it took me around 8 months to develop this product. We have been incubated in an incubation center called Atal Incubation Center, which is at Nitte, Karkala, Udupi. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ after 2023 in July I resigned my job and I started with building my company called Experiment Labs. I incorporated, and then I came to Nitte, which is near Udupi, and I got incubated in the incubation center called as Atal Incubation Center. There I have been under a program called as pre-incubation program, where I learned about basics of entrepreneurship, how to build a product, how to analyze the idea, how to reach the market, etc., etc. After learning all the basics of entrepreneurship around 6 months, I started developing a product that is nothing but portable STEM lab. You can ask me, ಯಾಕೆ ನೀವು ಈ ಶಿಕ್ಷಾನೇ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ? Because when I was studying about entrepreneurship, what I learned was before you build something, you have to ask, you have to go and you have to meet, have a empathy with the customer, and you have to understand whether customer really need the product. Okay, when it comes to considering a Shiksha as a project, it was a really good project. But when it comes to considering it as a product, maybe India is not ready for a robot which can teach students in a classroom, because it is a too futuristic concept when it comes to a country like India. That is why I did not started my journey with a production of Shiksha. but I started with a concept called as portable STEM lab. This is my first product. I started developing this product maybe in the middle of 2024. Now this product is totally ready. So in next part, I'm going to explain about my product, that is portable STEM lab. It is a concept of converting any classroom into a STEM lab. And also I can say that this is the first STEM lab, or I can tell it as first portable STEM lab in India. This is a concept of lab coming to the classroom rather than classroom going into the lab. So you can just see in a picture, it's a kind of a self-sustained lab, contains everything, say including the maybe screen, or including some measuring instrument, including solder station, including a small tinkering space, everything in a single setup, which can travel from one place to another place. I can show you a small video. Maybe after watching that, you will get some idea. Okay. So this one concept comes with 500 plus hands-on activity, which is fun and engaging for students. One more very important thing is, if you closely observe, there is a screen in the lab, which also has some AI technology integrated inside it, which will show some video that can be referred through the students, and students will perform the activity. So we have created some 1,000 plus videos, which is going to help students to build new projects, or maybe something related to technology, or maybe something related to robotics, etc. And one more facility which is very important to mention here is the projector connectivity. This lab is directly can be connected to the projector, so that everyone in a classroom can watch the video and perform the activity. So in an environment where there is no additional infrastructure available, and where there is a shortage of trained teachers, say if you consider any village schools, or maybe tier 2 tier 3 cities, generally schools won't be having an additional infrastructure or additional room so that they can set up a lab. So in that circumstances, this is a really useful alternative, where without needing any additional infrastructure, you can set up a mini lab. And along with that, it's very hard to find a trained teacher who can understand robotics, or maybe who can understand the technology in maybe in tier 2 tier 3 cities. It is very difficult to find such teachers. So in that case, without dependence of trained teacher, in the presence of any facilitator, maybe any normal teacher, we have that AI screen which will give a clear instruction for students to perform the activity. So because of these two major facilities, this becomes an ideal solution for any tier 2 tier 3 city schools. So let me explain about the components of my portable STEM lab. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಮೇಜರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅನುಭವ್. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿ and ಅನುಭವ್. Prastuti is specifically designed for teachers. Anubhav is specifically designed for students. Currently, we have developed this product for 8th, 9th, and 10th standard. And we are also developing the same for higher education now, which is under R&D stage now. But the product for 8th, 9th, 10th is already done. We are already into market now. So yeah, I was explaining about the components. So as I already mentioned, there are major two components. One is Prastuti, another one is Anubhav. Prastuti is designed for teacher. See, generally in classroom, when teacher that is also specifically in high school, when teacher is teaching in a classroom, in each and every classroom, teacher cannot take students to the lab, perform the activity, show, demonstrate, and come back to the classroom. This is a big constraint which I also faced during my experience. So because of which, what we made is we made a chapter wise boxes. Say for example, in 8th class, say in science chapter number 1, there is a box. Okay, we designed it, which will be consisting of some activity, some demonstration, or maybe some experiment which is related to that particular chapter. So the idea is, when teacher enters into class, she should take that box into the classroom. Then there will be some experiment designed according to that chapter that can be shown in a classroom. Okay, the idea is in each and every class, teacher should show something to the students which will engage them, or maybe which will build a confidence or maybe curiosity among students, so that say for example, if you start explaining about DC motor for half an hour, students will really start feeling bored. But if you show them a working DC motor, then it will really amaze them, and also it will help teacher to convince the same complex topic easily. So this is our main intention behind creating Prastuti. So similarly, we have also developed the chapter wise kits in mathematics as well. So science and mathematics chapter wise kits, 8th, 9th, 10th. This is what Prastuti has got. And generally we install it in a staff room. We already installed it in a few schools. Generally we there will be a rack, okay, around 4.5 feet tall. So we install it in a staff room so that it will become easy for a teacher to take it to the classroom. So that can be easily it is a normal size box that can be easily carried out. Hence now this lab become portable, since we divided it into small boxes. So this can be easily taken to the classroom. So Prastuti is also a portable concept. So the second part, Anubhav is designed specifically for students, because students nowadays are really interested towards technology and engineering. Here what we did is we have developed some activities, that is 5 activities per classroom. That is our idea. 1 activity per month, 5 activity in a year. That means 5 months in a year. So the idea is, from June, July, August, September, October anyway there will be holiday, November, we expect from June to November, in each and every month 1 activity has to be done. Okay, so we have developed 5 activity for 8th, 9th, and 10th activity, totally 15 activity, and it is a age appropriate activity. Okay, so it may include some activities like building the metal detector, or maybe building a small robo, or building a weather station, like that, or maybe building their own rheostat. So in that also, when it comes to 10th activity, we tried our level best to keep those Anubhav activity integrated with the syllabus, because as we know that 10th students are highly oriented towards their examination and scoring marks and all. That is why what we did is we took some concept from their chapter itself and then tried to build something related to technology. So Anubhav is strategically built a kit which allows students to learn about learn about technology and engineering. So if you clearly observe here, Prastuti, that is science and math for teacher, Anubhav, that is technology and engineering for students. Togetherly, it makes a combination of STEM, where S stands for science, T stands for technology, E stands for engineering, and M stands for mathematics. So togetherly, it's an intelligent combination of both science and maths along with technology and engineering. And you can ask me why you have developed science math for teacher, why you have developed the technology and engineering for student. Here, the main idea is if you impose technology and engineering on teachers, they might feel difficult because anyway they generally have some constraint towards all this technology, and there is some age gap as well. So when it comes to students, they are really interested to build the things, and after this corona they can now they have that capability to watch YouTube videos and then perform the activity. So similarly here they are watching the videos in the screen in our AI display, and they can perform the activity independently. So hope you got the idea about Prastuti and Anubhav. Along with that, we are giving one more package called as Pradarshan, that is making students capable of participating in national level competitions like Inspire or maybe Atal Marathon. That also comes under Anubhav only. Under Anubhav, there is another part called as Pradarshan, where we are giving them a tinkering lab. Along with that, we are also giving them some synopsis, the advanced electronics kit, etc., which will help them to perform better in the competitions like Atal Marathon and Inspire Award. So, along with Prastuti, Anubhav, and Pradarshan, as a package, we call it as Portable STEM Lab. So these are the syllabus which we cover. This I already mentioned. In Prastuti, we are covering experiments, working models, measuring instrument, and there are some innovative charts, some 3D models also there, which will help teachers to convince the topic. And again, if necessary, some video demo is also been integrated. And when it comes to Anubhav, some foundational electronics, robotics and automation, innovation and design thinking, electricity and magnetism, and some real world problem statement we have given, which will help to participate in competitions like Inspire. And there are around some 4 to 5 applied physics concept as well. So when it comes to business model, this is related to my company. Our business model is very simple. Initially, we are focusing to B2B, that is schools, and we are also now in a having a discussion with some distributor who can help us to distribute our product to the schools. And some NGOs are now it's also under discussion that some NGOs can be the potential customer, because NGOs generally seek some government schools, and then they will distribute the product to the different government schools. And directly government can also be our partner, but currently we are in the process of understanding this phenomena. But anyway, we have already started with reaching schools, distributor, and NGO. Government we haven't tried yet, but anyway, in future we will be interested to collaborate with government department as well to place this laboratory in each and every schools in Karnataka as well as in India. This is our team. This is our core team actually. When it comes to the including everyone, we are totally now 15 members in a team, but this is our core team. We have Adarsh Tewadiga who looks into the electronic side, and we have Jnanesh Malya who is into designing, and we have a really experienced advisor, Shri Sandesh Shetty sir. He helping us in a collaboration, and maybe Also, he is helping us in business strategy. Hence, he acts as a business mentor in our company. So we have Ganesh Bhatt, who is actually he is also former mathematics lecturer who is currently taking care of content development in our company. So it's a very diverse, talented, young and enthusiastic team which works 24/7 to convert our dream into the reality. So till now we have this traction. I'm very happy to tell that we recently won the award, that is prestigious award in Karnataka among startups, that is Karnataka Elevate, and we are the recipient of Startup India Seed Fund, and we have received in 2023, perhaps in 23, and we received a title from Circle called as Circle Innovation Grant. We received around 1 lakh rupees to develop the product. So overall, till now, actually we launched this product in March, end of the March. Till now, we have done around 27 lakhs of revenue, and we are projecting around 1.5 CR in this year 2025. So this is about our product and our team. Hope everyone understood about our product, and there are few other products in a pipeline, but anyway all of those are in a R&D stage. But this particular product is now entirely ready to go to the market. Now coming to the headline: everybody wins when the startup wins. See, I was a physics lecturer who used to work as all other lecturers or all other common employee. But something spark made me to start this startup. Definitely there is a lot of hurdle, there is lot of hard work involved in building the startup. But if a startup win, when it is then it is there of ecosystem involved along with the startup. Say for example, if my startup wins, say experiment lab wins, then our incubation center wins. So what is incubation center? Incubation center generally incubates the startup and help them to achieve their goal in the initial stages. In the initial stages, they help the startup to in maybe during the product development, or maybe to develop the pitch deck, or maybe to connect with some mentors who guide the early startups to achieve their goal. Like that, incubation center generally helps startups to again win only. So when a startup win, then immediately the incubation center also wins. So I'm very fortunate that I got a support from my incubation center, that is AIC Nitte, and I'm also associated with another incubation center called Anveshana, which is in Chimoga, and it supports the Malnadu startups. So since my startup is from Shirsi, which is again a Malnadu region, I come under Malnadu startup ecosystem. So I also received some support, some mentorship from another incubation center called Anveshana, which is in Shimoga under PES institute. So I'm really lucky to have these two incubation center who really helped me to shape my idea into product. So another thing, if a startup wins, okay, the ecosystem along with the incubation center, say for example our incubation center is situated in Nitte, okay, inside the Nitte campus, Nitte NMA MIT engineering campus. So what happens is, so currently we have around 35 active interns. Okay, I think everyone know what is internship, who are interns, etc. So because of we existing in the campus, okay, because of experiment labs existing in the campus, it is giving internship for more than 35 students now active. Till now we had given internship which is more than 300 plus internship we have provided. That means more than 300 students have received the advantage from this startup ecosystem. So my the point here is, if a startup wins, which is inside the campus, say if a startup is situated inside the engineering campus, that is directly influence the students. So we have lot of students now, collaborated with us, or maybe involved with our product development, who are very passionate in helping us to reach our goal. So this ecosystem of startup, which is incubated inside the college campus, is definitely influencing over the mindset of the students, and also helping students to grow as a entrepreneur. So a company wins, then a college ecosystem also wins. And the next ecosystem is local area. Say for example, a startup, I have a lot of my friends in a startup, agri-based startup, who are helping a local farmers to solve their problems. So whenever a startup wins, a local community also wins, because almost all startups work on solving one or other problem which is existed in the society. And next one is employment. So currently, my startup has created 15 employment, which is contributing to the local areas. So most of my employers are from tier 2, tier 3 cities. You know, when a startup wins, it will create lot employment, which is again going to help our ecosystem as creating a socio-economic development. So, overall, if I want to say, everybody wins when a startup wins. Here, there is another reason why I am telling this. See, now I have clearly explained about my product, and I am also giving a chance for everyone who are listening to this, this seminar, that each and everyone can be a part of a startup. Say, for example, considering my startup, Experiment Lab, I am hello, hello.
So it was a glitch. It was a glitch. You can continue.
Okay, okay, yeah. So I am requesting everyone to join this startup ecosystem to help one another. Say, for example, how you can help Experiment Lab. There are two ways. One way is, say, for example, if you know any NGO, or if you know any schools, say high schools, or maybe if you know someone who really want to help other schools, then you can directly connect us to those schools so that you can become our partner. And second one is, if you want to become our distribution partner, say for example commercially also, we are open for that, by sharing our revenue. So today in this maybe in this occasion, I'm inviting all of you to become a partner in this journey to democratize the STEM education in all the part of the India. Um, and also reaching out all these 21st century skills to each and every corner, villages, tier 2, tier 3 cities in India. I want each and everyone's support. Thank you very much for listening. Please, if you have any further question, please ask, whether it is related to a product or maybe anything. Please ask, let us have some conversation, and then we can discuss with any other topics if you want. Thank you very much for listening.
Those who are having queries, they can unmute themselves and ask the questions. Sir, actually, I am having one question.
Uh-huh.
Sir, as you said, the screen uses the AI technology.
Mhm.
What kind of technology you have integrated into that? And also, I want to know that what are the features it provides? Basically, in terms of teaching or in terms of doubt solving.
Okay. Okay. So when it comes to that AI screen, it uses image sensing, technology where, say, for example, if you show it a diode, okay, just in front of a camera, then it will recognize as a diode, and then it will, fetch the video which is related to that. Say, for example, if you show it a Arduino, it will recognize as the Arduino and it will fetch the video which is related to Arduino, where it will be giving information about Arduino, its configuration, how to use it, where to use it, what is its advantages, how you can use it in solving some problem, like that. So we have developed some video with respect to a particular component, so that in the initial stages we can help them to uh, educate themselves in understanding about basic electronics. That is how that AI screen is helping. And we have a chatbot as well. Actually, it is not over now, it's under now development, which is going to help them in solving some problem. Just like ChatGPT, we are training it in particular with electronics uh, and communication. So we are going to have a chatbot as well, which will help students to solve their problems. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
uh yeah.
Sir, even there is one doubt in the chat section.
Mhm.
You can go through with that chat section, sir.
Mhm. Yeah, it's an opinion actually. It's an opinion. Yeah, thank you, sir. Basavaraju, sir. See, one or other day, we have to change our education system from, just a kind of theoretical learning to a practical approach or maybe hands-on approach. So
Yes.
if that has to happen in country like India, we cannot invest 20-25 lakh for each and every school. My idea is to have a mini setup, affordable setup, which can be, because if you consider a Atal Tinkering Lab, I think everyone must be aware of Atal Tinkering Lab, a very beautiful concept introduced by our central government. But the cost for one Atal Tinkering Lab is around 20 lakh rupees, which in a country like India, there are around 15 lakh schools, where only 10,000 schools have Atal Tinkering Lab. I am repeating. In India, there are 15 lakh schools, whereas only in 10,000 schools we have Atal Tinkering Lab. In Karnataka, if you consider, there are around 70,000 schools, whereas the penetration of STEM lab is till today it is less than 5%. That means ಇನ್ನೂ 95% ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ಗಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಬೆಂಚ್, ಡೆಸ್ಕ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹಂಚ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಬಿಸಿ ಊಟದ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಬೇಕು. ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೋರಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. So in this particular time, I think this is the right time to invest in education rather than in infrastructure. So I have developed this portable STEM lab with an intention that within a 1/10th of a cost of setting up any other lab, say for example in Bangalore, the average cost of setting up a STEM lab is 20 lakh rupees. But my intention is to set the similar kind of a setup in 1/10th of the price, so that it can reach into each and every corner of India. And maybe now we are receiving interest from, actually recently we received some interest from a company which is from French. Okay, so even we had a vision to uh, slowly spread this concept into entire world. But in the beginning, since we recently developed this product, I want the local people help to ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಜನರ ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಬೇಕು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ಗಳದ್ದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಐ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. I want some review so that I can improve the concept, or maybe ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಏನ್ ಬೇಡ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾವೀಗ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಇಂದ ಕೆಲವು ರಿವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಜೆಷನ್, ನಿಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಏನೇ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ನನ್ನ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೂಡ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ವಾಚ್ ಮಾಡೋರು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. 7483276508. ಐ ರಿಪೀಟ್ 7483276508. ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಆ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ನೀವು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲು ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೋ NGOಗಳು ಪರಿಚಯ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ಸ್ ಟು ವಿನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ if a startup wins, everybody wins. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the session, sir. If someone having doubt at last, you can ask, or we can end the session. Sir, I think everyone is clear with the session. Thank you so much for your session, and thank you for your precious time. Can I end this session, sir?
Yeah. Thank you, Akhil. Thank you, everyone.